Good evening. I'm Eliasson, Deputy Secretary General. I represented the Secretary General at the meeting. You have all seen the statement by the Secretary General and see heard my own statement that the Council, I think, speaks for itself. In the closed session, I underlined the importance of calm, restraint, the importance of serious dialogue both inside and outside Ukraine. And I underlined very strongly the UN Charter obligations, Chapter 1, Principles, Purposes, Chapter 6, Peaceful, Pacific Settlement of Disputes, and the importance in this situation to do everything to de-escalate the situation, to make possible to live up to these charter obligations. I will report to the Secretary General the contents of this discussion, and he will meet with Robert Sari tomorrow morning and discuss further steps. He will also discuss with me and his colleagues in New York and his colleagues who are with him during this visit to Geneva the next steps. We have heard proposals from member states related to mediation, related to monitoring, diplomatic initiatives, and I know the Secretary takes this extremely seriously. I just finished a conversation with him now before he entered the plane to go to Europe, and we will act as soon as possible, and we expect that everyone now will do what they can to defuse this very difficult and very dangerous situation.
Yes. Yes, thank you very much. You, inside the room, you say that now it's the time of cooling heads, and here instead the atmosphere is not at all like that. So my question here is, do you think that here, starting with those ambassadors, started this process of cooling heads? And what do you think about for example, the Ukrainian ambassador here told us that the former president of Ukraine is completely crazy. He's crazy. We're not going to talk with somebody like that. So what is your advice for the diplomats here and also for the governments involved in this crisis?
Well, the reason we meet is that we see negative signs, serious signs, risks of escalation, both on the ground and, I would say, verbally. There has to be a de-escalation, both physically and in terms of political language. There are some positive signs. There are calls for dialogue from all quarters. There is also an intention stated by authorities in Ukraine to have inclusive government, with also representatives from eastern Ukraine. So we hope, as I said, that cool heads will prevail. That is what we all need to think about. It's a very, very important responsibility for all concerned, both inside and outside Ukraine.
Well, Robert Sari, standing where you are yesterday, Ambassador Churkin of Russia raised some questions. He said kind of about the objectivity or impartiality of Mr. Sari. He said that when he was in the country on February 22nd, he said he supported the process, even as the process, he said, violated the February 21st agreement. There's also this leaked audio that seems to say that Mr. Feltman got the Secretary General to send Sari to Ukraine. Do you think that he can be perceived as, by the Russian side, as impartial enough to be the mediator in this case?
Mr. Sari acts in the spirit of the Charter, acts with the impartiality that is attached to anyone in the mission of his style. He's not involved in mediation at this stage. He's a go-between, and he is sending the message of restraint and calm and dialogue. If we can play a role, a more ambitious role in the area of mediation and monitoring, we will do so. We very much hope that he will be able to go. I can tell you that the decision to not go today was taken in coordination, after contacts with the authorities in Crimea. And the reason he didn't go was purely logistical.
You talked with the Secretary General. Could you please tell us about his phone conversation with the Russian president? What did he hear from Mr. Putin on the situation?
I have been in the Council up until this moment, and we did not go into the detail of his conversation with President Putin. You probably know better than in that case, stick to the readout, not to my speculations.
Thank you.
So you didn't speak with him on the phone about this conversation?
I talked to him about what happened in the security office before he got on the bench. Thank you very much.